Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am back with episode 10 of my Shop Your Crafty Stash series. I can't believe we are 10 weeks into 2023. That's quite scary. So today the random number generator chose this Time for Tea Designs stamp set for me. I haven't even packaged this properly, and I think it's been discontinued. I had a look on their website and I couldn't see it on there. I believe it is called You Are Moo-vellous, which I think is so cute. It also chose the Reveal Wheel Square die set as my die. So I have gone ahead and pulled out that Reveal Wheel Sentiment stamp set. And of course, to use the Reveal Wheel Square die, you need to have the original, which has these two circle pieces in it. And I'm going to be using that curved puzzle piece, which comes from the original stamp set, or original die set, sorry. And I'm also going to be using the Reveal Wheel templates because I just find that easier, but you obviously don't need to have them. So I have done some die cutting off screen and I have coloured and cut out my images. And now I'm going to start assembling everything. So I have used the square reveal wheel add-on and the kind of curved inlay puzzle piece. And I have cut that out from some white cardstock and then this pattern paper, which is the Flower Market pattern paper. This was actually a piece that I got in a Lawn Fawn box. It was a freebie. So I believe it comes from the 12 by 12 set, but you can get it in the 6 by 6 as well. And then this little piece, this little green piece, is just a scrap that I had. It comes from the Honeybee Stamps Spring Fling 6 by 6 paper pad. And I just thought that these two together were really nice and they kind of gave a nice kind of spring feel because hopefully spring is in the air where you are. Where I am, it is getting warmer. Unfortunately, the hot is coming here. So we've been enjoying some lovely cool months over the winter. It's been gorgeous. And now it is getting hotter. So I'm hoping where you are, things are warming up. So you can see here that I'm just kind of placing all of my little images down, figuring out where they're going to go. I actually coloured out too many because there's not a great deal of real estate on this little square reveal wheel. It's quite small. I think it's about 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So there's not a huge amount there. Off screen, I went ahead and stamped out that sentiment that says, Hope Your Day Is, and that comes from the Reveal Wheel Sentiment stamp set. And now I am just gluing all of my images down on top with some liquid glue. So obviously I have stuck that blue pattern paper onto the base, the white base piece that I cut, and then that green grassy piece over the top to kind of create a bit of a scene in the background. I love using pattern paper for that. It just makes life so easy and it's kind of quick and easy to do. So once I have stuck my two trees and my little cow down here, my little Highland Cow, he's so cute, I'm going to pop this little bird up there and just above that kind of window piece. He just kind of looks like he's perched up there. And then I decided to pull his little buddy down here as well. I wasn't quite sure where to put him. Played around with popping him down in a few different places before deciding that I was going to pop him down there on the left beside my little cow because I just thought he looked kind of cute. And it kind of makes a little bit of a triangle kind of on my card, which kind of draws your eye in, I think, anyway. That was my plan. Okay, so now I have the large round piece, which has these scallops on it, and I'm pulling out my template here. This is going to help me to line up my sentiments. So I just like to secure my template down with a couple of pieces of repositionable tape. Just make sure it's all nicely lined up. And then I'm going to pull out the sentiments stamp set. And it's got these curved messages in there. So my sentiment's going to say, Hope Your Day Is. And then the reveal wheel is going to move around and say all sorts of lovely words like amazing, awesome, terrific, I think was one. I can't remember all of them. But anyway, that's the plan. So I'm just individually for each one, just popping each one onto my stamping block, using some Versafine Onyx black ink and lining it up within the lines of that stencil. And as I say, the stencil makes life really, really easy. Of course, you don't need to have the stencil. It is a kind of an extra and you do have to buy it separately. But for me, it's worth I think it's like $5 or something. It's worth the money so that I get everything lined up nicely and everything get kind of in place because I didn't get the stencils originally when I first bought my reveal wheel, and I wouldn't say struggled, but sometimes it just wasn't quite centered, and now I can get them centered every time. Okay, on to creating my reveal wheel. So using a small brad, I've just popped it up through the base of that small circle and then up through the larger circle. And on the back of that smaller circle, I'm just adding some little foam squares so that they're not touching the brad, but they're just all around that little round piece, the little smaller circle. And originally I bought my template out again to try and line everything up, but it was kind of slippery. So I decided just to do it by eye and kind of line everything up. And once I was happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and pop it down on top of that white base piece that I have cut. And this is going to attach to those foam squares that I attached on the back of that smaller circle, and then my circle can spin around and the sentiments will be revealed. So now I'm just using some larger foam squares, one on each corner. You don't need a huge amount. Normally I go a little bit overboard with adhesive and put it everywhere. So it's a little bit uncomfortable for me using such a small amount of adhesive, but actually it works really, really fine. And that is it. That's kind of my main card panel done. And I think it looks kind of cute. So all that's left is to pop it onto a card base. So I have some Lawn Fawn Cilantro cardstock here, which I have cut to 4 by 4 inches. And I am just going to attach this down on top using some liquid glue. So they get a nice kind of 1/16 inch border all the way around. And obviously that little piece where the reveal wheel is. So in order to let my recipient know that they need to turn it, the stamp set has a little arrow, and it's also got another one that says turn me with a little arrow on it. I'm going to use that one and I'm going to stamp it out very carefully into that little space there. So you'll see it's designed to fit perfectly in that space. So pulling out my Versafine Onyx black ink again and very carefully popping it down in there, and actually turned out really nicely. Which sometimes is a bit risky, and I was going to turn it, but I thought I'd better leave the ink to dry for a little bit longer before I did that. And here it is, my completed card. It's kind of cute and dinky, but lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed this one today. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you come back and join me again. And please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. I've really been enjoying making this Shop Your Crafty Stash series, and I hope you're enjoying it too. So do let me know. And as I say, I will see you again soon. Take care.